Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back here with a junk journal. It's been a while since I've made a large journal, a very long while actually, but I have completed a journal. It is 3 signatures and it is, I believe, just over 9, maybe 9 1/4, 9 1/2 tall and about 6 inches wide. So I used the Stamperia paper. I do not know what collection because I don't remember. I picked that up, if you watched my previous videos, I picked it up when my friend was having the scrapbooking sale at her store, and I used that as my covers for each signature as well as for the front cover. And then the book is made out of actually US postal envelopes. I forget what they're called. Like you pay one price, you fill them up as much as you want. I'm Canadian, so I'm sorry. I should know what they're called, but I don't. And so I made it out of 2 of those, and then I covered the whole thing in vinyl. And I will say that it was quite interesting. So the first one that I made like this, I haven't shown that yet, the first cover, the vinyl was beautiful to work with, super easy. This vinyl was awful. The backing on it was slippery, making it not want to move through my machine properly, because I had actually originally intended to leave it as a vinyl front and back cover because the vinyl was quite nice. However, due to sewing issues, I ended up covering it. And then all I did was I put some photo corners on, just E6000 them, and then I put some light blue ribbon on the spine. Like I said, it's 3 signatures, and this is going up to Churchill, to my cousin. It is a gift for her. I put out a call asking if anybody would like me to make a vinyl journal, and she had said yes. So I made her this one, and then I'm going to be making one more for another lady, and then we'll see where I go from there. At this point, I am just looking to use up some of my vinyl and some of my supplies. So let's get started. It is, like I said, it is fairly large. Coffee dyed paper in the front. Let's do the best way you can see this. And this paper is so pretty. I know when I talked about it in the video, initially I said I wasn't very impressed with it because of the way it was. I will say, like, I'm still not impressed with what I said in the video, but I do really, really like the photography of it, and it is really pretty, so I was glad to use it in a larger journal. And it is embellished, this journal. This is just a tag with the paper cut off. What I did for this journal, I will also say, is I have piles and piles of pre-made ephemera. So I just went through some of my pre-made stuff and I decorated, because like I said, this is all about using up supplies here and stash and things like that. So this envelope was done quite a while ago. And then some trim with stamped images. Trying to see which way is the best here. And it's just a mixture of dyed papers, handmade papers, or handmade paper. I didn't make it, but it is handmade. This is copy paper. And I used up some stickers that I had that I thought were really pretty. I did some stamping. This is, you can't really see it, but it's embossed paper. Just a fabric embellishment. I didn't make it so you could write on the back or anything like that. I just thought they were pretty, so I added them. More trim. I would guess that this trim is vintage. I've had it in my stash forever. I've had it for, probably well over 10 years, or going on 10 years. But I would assume it's vintage. This for sure is German music paper is vintage. Mulberry paper. I like the way it feels. I don't know what she'll do with it, but this paper is coffee dyed and stenciled. And then stamped on the side. I just used my wooden stamps to stamp in this journal, and then Stampin' Up! Ink for that. In the center of the signature. One of the embellishment pieces that came with the kit. This just flips up for writing. I wanted to add something to this page so that it was functional. All the pages in here, with the exception of the Stamperia paper and of course the copy paper that I dyed, came from the thrift store. More tags. And like I said, I made all of these tags in that quite a while ago. The bingo cards in here are from Tsunami Rose. Ticket embellishment, coffee filter. These are just, I just punched circles out of some stamped paper that I did. Into the first signature. I really like this star stamp. I don't know anything about it. I got it from the thrift store. It was just mounted on a wooden block. It might actually be handmade. I'm not sure, but it is one that I really like. More thrifted paper. Another vellum tuck spot. Another fabric piece. This is another stamp I really like. I know it's not showing up super great. It fades out, but it's actually just the way the stamp is. An envelope that I decorated, and I put this in. Oops. It is also a tuck spot, or a belly band, I guess you kind of say. That goes in there. And then I have an altered time card that I put in behind here. There, like that. So I just went through, like I said, and filled it with all kinds of stuff that I already had. Another piece I had. What I'm trying to do is use up, like I said, some of my pre-made stuff, because I have tons of it. I've enjoyed making it. And then, you know, as I use that up, I have room to make more and, you know, try different things and use different supplies and things like that, instead of just having a huge hoard of it. So that is why I am making these journals. Ruffle that I did quite a while ago. This tag actually I did recently. Well, not the tag itself, but this is a stamp I got recently, and I embossed it and then just decorated it. It's done with the new stamp. Just more junk mail envelope. I will also have to dye more paper. That has champagne bottles on it. More paper, which, I mean, I wanted to use up, you know, some of the stash I had. I go through a fair amount of that, actually. I'll be honest. I tend to add that in most of my journals. But I like to keep a fairly large stash of colored dyed paper, so I will have to make more of that. And these butterflies, they are some of my favorite embellishments. They're from the Dollarama, and they come in all different colors and different, not just butterflies, but there's birds and tropicals and things like that. And I've used up about 90% of my stash, and I so badly want to go buy more, but I keep telling myself I can use them up, and then I can put something else where I've stored these and use something else up. So they are one of my favorite things that I own, or not own, that I use. Third signature stamping. And I mean, it's themed a little bit, like color coordinated a little bit. It's not completely eclectic, but it's also not, you know, super themed, because that was more work than I would have wanted. Another fabric piece, an altered paper clip with stamping on fabric. Oh, I'll have to glue that or do something there. Another card. Another thing I did was I used up almost this whole pack of stickers. I think they're so pretty. Another junk mail envelope, and then just a tag. These are printed on watercolor paper, so they're cool. The texture's cool. This is just a photo from a photo album, so you can add photos in this. I would have liked to add one to each signature, but I don't know where all my other ones are. So I only have one in there. Another stamped image. Another tag. Little pocket. Flips up. Stenciled coffee dye paper. I should use some stenciled colored paper. It'd be really pretty, I think. Another pocket. These are all done with digitals and just scrapbooking paper. I love making clusters. I just tend to make them and not use them, so really happy with the fact that I've used some of them. Another one of those butterflies, and this is a pocket and a tag in there. And gold tape at the bottom. It's not washi tape, it's just a gold metallic tape. More trim. This is another vintage envelope with, oops, another tag in it. So, and I love this image. And that is the back of the journal. And that is my large 3 signature journal. Like I said, I don't often make them this size. I don't know that I probably have made one this big. I'm sure I've made 3 signature journals before, but it's been a very long time because I personally actually like to write in smaller journals. But this one was fun to make. It was fun to use up different things. And like I said, I have one more for sure to make for somebody, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon.